Hello traders, welcome back to the channel, and let's start today's weekly sectoral analysis. And before starting the weekly sectoral analysis, I would like to wish all of you a very happy Diwali and a prosperous new year ahead. All right, so in my last video, I think if you have been watching my YouTube channel, my analysis videos, then you would be knowing that I had gone for a vacation for 2 to 3 days, and I had shared a video from there that overall markets, if they want to go up, then it will be the banking and the bank nifty will be responsible for the entire markets to go higher. I guess on that day it was 18th of October, and you can see from 18th of October onwards, and I shared this video around probably 12ish, I think 12 o'clock in the noon, and from 40,400 to something, you can see Bank Nifty has tested close to that 41,000 mark. All right. And one another stock name which I gave was Axis Bank. I had clearly shared that Axis Bank was looking pretty positive, and from 18th of October, if you watch, from 819, 820, the stock did went till almost 901 levels. And in fact, in my previous weekly sectoral analysis also, I had shared that Axis Bank was looking very attractive for positional and swing trades. Now, let us start the weekly sectoral analysis. The first thing which I would like to share with all of you is that many people are thinking or understanding or probably guessing that this recent up move which has happened recently in the markets, probably especially from this, you can see this particular hammer of 13th of October. So from 13th of October till 21st of October, this entire move is only for Diwali. Okay, that is what many people are talking about. According to me, this is, my friends, not just a Diwali move. If you have been watching my videos, I have been clearly stating that entire state of trend is overall bullish, but the momentum was lacking and the overall market was actually consolidating. And you can see prices have taken support from this long-term support, which is holding on since March of 2020, which is almost 2.5 years. And trend line which is holding from 2.5 years is not a small thing. Second thing is, you can see the bounce which has come from this level. Now, this is a very low level, around 16,783. Now, why I'm trying to, talk about 16,783 and this level, all right? We need to understand one thing, that this base which was created, my friends, any rally which goes higher, the base, wherever it is formed, is very important. If the base is strong, the overall rally might continue pretty safely. So first thing is the base is safe. If you check the monthly time frame charts also, now you can see prices are now trading above both of the moving averages, and if we close above these moving averages at the month end, which probably we might, then I think once again the trend will be up in the monthly time frame chart. In weekly, we are already in an uptrend. In daily chart, we are in an uptrend, but I believe there is a small resistance band which needs to be taken off, and I think that is between 17,600 to 17,800. Now, this 200 points band is certainly a resistance which is for short term. I think market will take a little bit of strength from other sectors as well, because what has happened, the majority of the you can say the lifting of the markets was done especially by the PSU banks. You can see the way PSU banks have performed. So I would say that other sectors, if they participate, stocks like Reliance, if they participate, I think this particular 200 points move could be broken, because we know that on Diwali day we might open gap up, but will we close above this? First of all, that Murat trading will be of low volume, and then after that day will be able to stick above this particular band. This is very important, because on Diwali day, if we just stick a neck out and then from the next day onwards we come down, makes no sense. So I guess once we start sustaining above this particular band for at least couple of days, then I think this entire rally might continue pretty smoothly. All right. Now let's move ahead to the Bank Nifty chart. In the Bank Nifty chart, you can clearly remember that in my previous weekly sectoral analysis videos also, I had clearly mentioned that overall banking pack is looking much powerful than the Nifty futures. Bank Nifty futures are looking pretty powerful. And you can see this is a big hammer. Then we have a high wave candle, then a bullish candle, and then this particular candle is especially extremely big in size. So this is a positive sign. Yes, we can see this small wick over here, hair over here, but I don't think so that is that much of a worry if the overall momentum might continue. Yes, there could be a slight dip, but I think even if that dip comes, it could be pretty short-lived because the momentum is very, very strong. All right. Private banking stocks. Private banking stocks, if you check properly, what has happened over here is first there is a hammer, bullish bell toll, again there is a bullish bell toll. Now, generally, three bullish bell tolls, when they come into the picture, it is generally said it is three white soldiers. This is not exactly a three white soldier because the reason is there is some space, I guess, left between the real body of these two candles. So this is not a three white soldiers, but this is certainly a sign, I would say, that the previous trend was up. All right, that the previous trend was up, and then after that we had a consolidation, and once again after this consolidation, markets have started moving higher. You can see this was, I'll just share with you. See, this is an uptrend, correct? Then we have a dip. This is a consolidation, and then again this is the resuming of the uptrend. So this is a clear sign that the uptrend which was existing, we went for a consolidation, and now again once again the markets are starting to move higher. Now in private banks, there is one small thing which I would say that if you check HDFC Bank, it's not performing. Axis Bank has already performed. IndusInd Bank is still not performing. ICICI Bank is one bank which is showing slight strength. Kotak Bank is still not that powerful. So I guess now it is on ICICI Bank to continue this rally, and I believe it will need to close above somewhere around 920, 930 levels. Once it closes above this 920, 930 levels, then I guess this rally could continue pretty smoothly. So after Axis Bank, I think the next bank which could support the private banking index could be the ICICI Bank. Let's have a look at the PSU banking space. PSU banking space is obviously very bullish. You can see hammer, hammer. Then once again, we have a sort of a high wave candle and a super bullish candle. So this is clearly a sign that we are in a strong uptrend, no doubt about that. But in the short term, if you see, we can see a sort of a shooting star, not exactly one, but it looks like one. And what has happened is from this point to this point, prices have traveled vertically upside. Generally, when prices travel vertically, what happens is we either need a consolidation, price and moving averages try to come close to each other, or else we might see a small dip or something. But this is not a time to jump in the private bank, in the PSU banking space. And if you just have missed any of the trades, do not feel the feeling, do not have the feeling of FOMO, means feeling of missed out. Wait patiently. In case if there is a consolidation, in case if there is a short-term dip, you will get your chance to jump and participate in this bullish move on the upside. So wait patiently. If you have bought at the right time for positional trades, you have bought the PSU banks, then wait patiently. Don't do anything. Just hold with your trailing stop losses. I think with time, your stop losses will come higher. I can understand that once price spikes higher, your stop losses get slightly bigger, but I think that is a part and parcel of a trader's life. You need to wait very, very patiently and let the price take over. And probably in some days, your stop losses will get smaller. But after the consolidation or after the small dip, probability is prices could move north. Metal pack. Now, metal pack, if you see properly, in metal pack, I think we'll need to check the monthly time frame chart. In monthly time frame chart, you can see the trend is certainly up. Then if you look at the weekly time frame chart, the overall trend over here is up. Then we can see a small dip, and now we are seeing a consolidation. So in the monthly time frame chart, in the weekly time frame chart, we saw nothing negative so far. All right, nothing negative so far. Over here, we are still range bound and we are consolidating. So first thing is, first of all, trade very, very less in the metal pack. Generally, when a sector is consolidating, it is sideways. If you trade in that particular sector, the chances of making money, the probability of making money is low. So I would suggest you that you should not be probably trading too much into this particular pack. Wait patiently, let prices close above this particular band, and then probably you will have a fair bit of chance to participate in the metal pack. But there is one stock which is already showing strength, which is Jindal Steel and Power. So I believe once the breakout happens in the overall metal pack, I think initially the leader will be Jindal Steel and Power. After the first up move is over, maybe after that some other stock might take up the leadership. But as of now, it seems Jindal Steel and Power is still participating in this particular short-term rally, which has happened from 385 to 453. And if you check other stocks like Tata Steel, it's still subdued. Even in fact, the weekly time frame chart is not looking very good. If you check Hindalco, again, you cannot see anything attractive over here. Sale is again not looking that good. So according to me, if the overall market moves higher, I would stay away from metal pack. Auto pack. Now auto pack, what we can see over here is that the trend was up over here. Now we had a dip. Now in last 3 weeks, we have been consolidating, and this particular support is coming from these two highs. These two highs, which were earlier resistance, now have become a support, which is called role reversal at play. So according to me, overall auto pack is consolidating, and if you check properly in the daily time frame chart, things are even more clear because we are seeing more noise. So when you see that the trend is flat, the trend is flat in the weekly time frame chart, the trend is flat in the daily time frame chart, I don't think it makes much sense to trade now. But yes, it is certainly a sector which you should have in your hindsight and in your watch list. But one stock, I guess, is still looking pretty decent enough for a quick swing trade. What I see is this is the range of Mahindra and Mahindra. All right, this is the range of Mahindra and Mahindra. But this trade has to be timed from a shorter term time frame chart, not from a daily chart or something. So in case if you have a range break or a breakout or something, just for a short term trade for maybe 4 to 5 days, trader can probably participate in this particular stock, Mahindra and Mahindra. But apart from this stock, as of now, I would say just keep this particular pack in your watch list. As of now, I don't have any views on any of the stocks. All right. IT pack. Now, IT pack, in my last video, I had clearly shared that IT is probably making this double bottom pattern, which I still hold with that particular view of mine. And you can see a decent up move has happened. It's not that great, but it is okay. And what I believe is the entire double bottom will be complete when we have a close above the upper level of this double bottom. But this upper level, actually, if you check in the daily time frame chart, is somewhere over here. So imagine if you try to go along somewhere over here, it could be too late. So as a trader, as a positional trader, you will need to understand that you will have to go through your systems. If you find any trades in the IT pack, in Infosys or TCS or Tech Mahindra, any of the stocks, a bullish trade, I think you need to take this trade with a pinch of salt, that in case if the view goes wrong, your stops will be hit and you will get out of this particular stock. But in case if the view goes right and we do close above the upper level of this double bottom, I think a lot of money could be made on the upside. But if you try to time this trade late, Generally, if you try to enter a trade very, very early, it's risky. If you try to enter a trade very, very late, it's still risky. You need to understand the sweet spot. And I think the sweet spot is somewhere over here in between. That's what you need to understand. If the view goes right, probably it could be very good for your trading portfolio. All right. One thing which you can do in IT pack as a trader, like if you are a person who generally is a very risk management or risk mitigating person, then I would suggest that you can just lower your position sizing by 40-50%. And then you can say that in case if you're buying 100 shares of any particular stock, try to buy only 50. So in case if the view goes wrong, your losses will also be less, 50% less. If it is a profitable trade, again, you will make 50% lesser profits. All right. Finance. Finance is looking very, very attractive. Now, if you see the finance pack, we have a hammer. We have couple of average candles. This is like a sort of a spinning top, not exactly like one. And then we have this pretty big bullish candle. In the daily chart, candles are pretty okay. They're not very attractive. So overall sector is looking fine. And one stock which short-term traders should keep on watch is Bajaj Finance. Bajaj Finance, according to me, is still consolidating. You can see consolidation is happening in the daily time frame chart as well as the weekly time frame chart. But the overall state of trend in the monthly time frame chart is not that bad. It's pretty good enough, according to me. Until and unless we start dropping or something, it's a different thing. But as of now, it's still okay. Once this consolidation is over and if the up move starts, I think decent money could be made in this stock also. Pharma pack. In Pharma pack, I have one stock which is Dr. Reddy. It's not a very good stock in comparison to Sun Pharma or Cipla, but it is still pretty okay. If we have a close above this level, somewhere over here, bullish candle, then probably we could expect some fireworks on the upside just for short term. And two other stocks, one is Cipla, which is already looking good. Yes, there are a couple of these candles which I can clearly see these shooting stars, but it's already in an uptrend and close above this will lead to higher levels. This is certainly not a candidate for positional trade. This is only, I am saying, with a view of a short-term momentum or a short-term swing trade, because the positional traders would have timed this trade much, much earlier. One another stock is obviously Sun Pharma. Sun Pharma is overall bullish, little bit overbought. You can see RSI is somewhere over here. And if you try to convert this chart into a line chart, and if you try to compare the highs and lows, we certainly have a negative divergence in RSI. So we could see some sort of profit booking, some sort of consolidation in Sun Pharma in the short term. If this stock dips or consolidates, and if you get a probable buy in your trading systems, keep this particular stock in your watch list. It could turn into a very good short-term swing trade. FMCG, you can see overall it was pretty much overstretched thanks to ITC. The overall index corrected, and from this particular support band, which is due to this previous high, it has managed to bounce back pretty nicely. You can see this decent up move. Now, first view which I had shared about ITC, I think I had shared on my Twitter handle and probably in few of my videos also. You can see ITC has rallied from 330 to 350. Now, after ITC, there is one more stock, according to me, which is Britannia. Britannia is still consolidating. There is no breakout or something. But I think once it closes above this level of 3845 or 3850, then we could see some sort of up move happening in this particular stock. As of now, it is just consolidating, so there is no point of touching this stock as of now. but the state of trend looks good. Once it closes above 3850, then only we could do something in this particular stock. Realty Pack. Realty Pack, initially it was a very good looking pack, and then it probably went down very fast, and I think everyone, including me, was very astonished by the degree of selling which came over here. Now in last I can say 3 weeks, there have been 2 weeks which have shown good candles. They're not extremely bullish. This one is pretty good candle, but this previous week's candle is, I should say, average, not that great. And if you check the weekly time frame chart, we are still in a range. So is it bearish? Is it bullish? It's very difficult to say. But yes, this particular support has come from 61.8% Fibonacci retracement and this cluster. So things are looking okay, but let this particular sector, let this particular pack do its own work. Let it go higher. Let it give a breakout. Until and unless it doesn't give a breakout, then till that point of time, I'm not even interested in looking at this sector. I would stay put. I would wait patiently, and I'm ready to buy at a higher level, but there is no point of predicting at this particular level. Let's wait patiently. Probably in 1 or 2 weeks, we'll have a clearer picture in this particular sector. Consumption pack. Consumption pack, you can see that it was in a very fast uptrend. Prices have come down and they have been able to bounce back due to this previous high. And if you see, I have shared this in the daily chart also. All right, you can see this is the same level. So things are looking okay. Things are not that great yet because the trend is still flat in the weekly time frame chart. One negative candle on the downside, and things will again start looking pretty much hunky dory. So I would suggest do not act before the breakout happens. Wait patiently. Things have started looking little bit better, but some patience is needed over here. Although one stock which when I was going through is Bharti Airtel. Things are looking pretty good over here in this stock. I think as a swing trader, this stock should continue moving higher in the next few days. And one more stock I believe is Titan. Titan, as of now, it's still consolidating. There is no breakout, nothing, but it is still consolidating. In case if we have a breakout, probably above 2700 or 2750 on closing basis, then probably we could see some sort of fireworks happening in Titan also. But do your due diligence, do your own analysis, only then initiate your trades. I'm not giving trades over here. I'm just sharing my view. Mid cap index, according to me, one of the strongest indexes. You can see pretty fast up move, drop down, consolidation, and even in the consolidation, if you see this candle, last week's candle, it's not that bad. But in the daily time frame charts, things are not looking that good also. So again, I would suggest wait patiently, wait for a few days. Once the consolidation is over, then we'll come to know how things pan out. And it also depends, generally when the correction ends, because if you check Nifty futures, we corrected from 18,000, somewhere around 18,125 to 16,758. Generally, after a correction, it does happen that first the heavyweight starts going higher and then the mid cap starts going higher. So in case if that's going to happen, probably we'll have to wait for maybe 1 or 2 weeks more. All right. So that's it from my side. And once again, to summing it up, all overall things are looking okay. But as of now, it's only the banking pack, especially the PSU banking pack, which has been able to pull the markets higher. One another sector where things can probably change is IT. We'll have to keep close watch on this particular sector. And I strongly believe that only banking cannot pull or drag the market higher or lower for a very long point of time. You will need participation from other sectors, from other stocks. So keep your eyes open, be vigilant in case if there are any breakouts, so you can participate as early as possible. All right. So trade well, Stay safe. Thank you.